Julius Randle is back playing like the all-star, all-NBA player that we all know and some love. And also, unsurprisingly, we have more Mitchell Robinson stats to break down for you guys. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. My name is Chris, and we are going to jump right into things as we always do. Let's take a look right here because it looks as if Julius Randle, the all-star, all-NBA version of Julius Randle, who has been one of the Knicks' best players over the past few years, the best player before Jalen Brunson arrived, the man who revived the Knicks, all that good stuff. He is back playing like that player, except he might even be playing better in recent days. Obviously, he had the slow start. He was abysmal. It was probably because of his ankle, because the only thing that was really missing with Randall was his shooting. He just could not score the ball whatsoever. His rebounding was still there. He was making good reads, but he just was not able to score the ball. He was moving gingerly. He wasn't really driving. Clearly, something was off. Turned out his ankle was not fully better yet, but he's locked in. He's hit a second gear. His ankle appears to be fine because let's just take a look at this from Trav B. Ryan. And he said that Julius is averaging 24.3 points per game, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, which is leading the team while shooting 45% from the field in his last 7 games, which the Knicks are 6-1 in. So clearly what we're seeing is Julius is back. He is playing like that all-star, all-NBA player once again. That is so important for the Knicks. And for me, on top of everything, it's the assists and the field goal percentage. As I said a few times on this channel, I think Randall should be more of a facilitator than a scorer this year. The Knicks have a ton of scoring. Between Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and the shooting of Quentin Grimes and now Dante DiVincenzo, the Knicks have options. They have more scoring options than they did in the past when they needed Julius to be shooting around 22, 23 shots a game. They don't need that guy anymore. Now they need more of a point forward, and Randall has been that. He's been leading the team in assists in recent games. He's been balling out. He's doing all the good, dirty work that he does. He's using his physicality, and he's scoring the ball well. And he's shooting at 45%, which is around his career average. Here's the thing with Julius Randle. Last season, he averaged 46% from the field. In the 7-game span, he's shooting 45%. So he's back to that Julius Randle that we all know and that some people love. Some people hate for absolutely no reason, just because they're not real Knicks fans and they like to pretend they are and say, I hate Julius Randle. He only got us to the playoffs twice. Rah, rah, rah. He was bad because he hurt his ankle and that's his fault. Whatever. People unfairly hate Julius Randle. I've said this before. I'll probably end up saying it again. I think it's really weird. I don't see why people who love the Knicks so much want to disparage and put a player of theirs down, especially when he's made 2 All-NBA teams, 2 All-Star teams, and been on the 2 teams in the last 10 years that have made the NBA playoffs. So, I don't know. He's also been one of the best players, one year the best player on that team. So it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about those fans. But here's the thing. Randall is playing much better, and it's not just the fact that he's playing at the efficiency and playing well the way we expect. He's just playing within the flow of the game better. Like, look here. You can't accuse Randall of holding on to the ball too long. His 2.92 seconds per touch is below his past 3 seasons with the Knicks, including the 2 All-Star campaigns. Now, if you guys have been tuning in to mainly the post games, you would see that Dariel and I have frequently discussed that Julius Randle in the past has been a ball stopper. He does the thing that Carmelo Anthony would do, which is he just kind of stall the offense because he'd hold the ball for a few seconds while figuring out how am I going to get a basket. And Julius, just to put it bluntly, isn't Carmelo Anthony. They're different players. Julius is more of a big man. He's also not someone who's in the top 10 all-time on points scored, despite getting blackballed 2 different times. And Carmelo is one of the greatest isolation threats in the history of the league. He is one of the best Knicks of all time. The man had to carry the New York Knicks. It's not like how Julius Randle has a ton of good teammates. Melo does not, or he did not. He never really did. His teams were always below average. It was always teams that he was dragging to wherever he could take them alone on the Knicks. And that was really all there was to it. So Melo ball stopping was kind of fine because there was no other option for the Knicks. This Knicks team is options. And once again, just to show you guys, Julius is averaging 2.92 seconds per touch, which is the lowest of his past 3 seasons, including the All-Star campaigns. That is so awesome. I have wanted Julius to be a point forward for a little bit. He's moving the ball fast. He's playing within the flow of the offense, and that is how the Knicks are at their best. I think Randall should sort of slide into like a second, third hybrid option for the Knicks, where RJ kind of goes as the second option. Sometimes Randall will because Randall can get really hot, and then Brunson should be the Knicks' first option scoring-wise. He is their best offensive player and their best player in general, so I think that Brunson should certainly be the first option, and it feels as if Randall's kind of cool with that. He's playing so well within the flow of the offense, and he looks absolutely tremendous, and that is awesome to see. But now we're going to go into something more unsurprising, I would say, because we have more Mitchell Robinson news for you guys now, because Mitch has been balling out this season. Quentin Grimes said before the season that Mitch is arguably the most important player on the team, and Grimes was not messing around. Mitchell Robinson has been unreal. Obviously, the defense has been great. His defense has steadily improved all these years. He's now not just a shot blocker. He is an elite defender. He can play good perimeter defense on good perimeter players now also, which is insane. Mitch is just a 5-tool defender now, and it's absolutely awesome to see. And on top of that, he's the best offensive rebounder the league has seen in a very long time. He's one of the best rebounders in the league, but the offensive rebounding is absolutely insane. So let's just take a look right here on a Tommy Beer quote. In each of the Knicks' last 7 games, Mitch has held the starting center of the opposing team below that season's rebounding average. And then he just went into showing everyone and how they are below their average, including Mark Williams, who has been one of the best rebounders in the NBA this season. He held him to 4 rebounds. The man is balling out. He held Clint Capella to 3 and just showed that Mitch is far and away better than Clint Capella, which is awesome because Capella killed the Knicks in 2021 in the playoffs. I've said it before, obviously not on this channel. Knicks Digest was not a thing in 2021. But in my other New York Knicks journalism careers, I did say that the reason the Knicks were struggling is because of Clint Capella and that pick and roll. They cannot stop him from getting the ball off rolling and catching lobs. And if they do, it leaves Trae Young open for a floater. And the Knicks just couldn't beat it. Tibbs was not able to adjust it and figure out a way because the Hawks were doing it perfectly, and the Knicks didn't have a center to handle that. Now they do in Mitchell Robinson, and that could not happen, and I would love to see the Knicks and the Hawks play in the playoffs. I think it would be very fun, and I would love to see Mitch just dominate Clint Capella throughout a 7-game series. That would not at all go 7 games. It would probably go 4 or 5 because the Knicks are far better than the Atlanta Hawks, as we have seen so far these past 2 years. But that's not all. We have more Mitchell Robinson stuff. When speaking on his offensive rebounds, only Bismack Biyombo of the Memphis Grizzlies have an average within 2 boards of the Knicks big man in this stat, yet the number still does not do his domination justice. Per 100 possessions, Robinson is averaging 10.1 offensive rebounds. That's more than 10 teams in the NBA, including the Los Angeles Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's the cool thing about that. The Los Angeles Lakers have Anthony Davis, who's one of the most dynamic rebounders in the league, on top of the greatest player in NBA history, LeBron James. If you disagree with me, it is what it is. You can see literally right behind my right shoulder over here, there's a LeBron poster. It is what it is. I am a Knicks fan, but I like LeBron James anyway. And then the Milwaukee Bucks sort of 2 big man lineup with Giannis and Brook Lopez, and Mitch averages more rebounds than them as a team. That's absolutely insane. This is nuts. Mitchell Robinson is doing something unreal right now on the offensive boards. He's not going to, but this should put him in all-star consideration. He's not going to be an all-star. He's just not. He's not flashy enough. He doesn't score the ball, so he's not going to be an all-star. But what he is doing rebound-wise should get more recognition than it is, and it's criminal that it's not. And in the playoffs, people are going to notice how great Mitchell Robinson is as long as he can stay healthy and be in the playoffs, because he is destroying everyone on the offensive rebounds. It is the craziest thing to watch. Every single time I tune into a Knicks game, I just see Mitchell Robinson somehow grab an offensive rebound that doesn't even make sense. And something he used to do, if you guys remember, young Mitch, just the guy who would get the ball down low and instantly throw it towards the rim. Every time Mitch used to get an offensive rebound, he would not know what to do. He'd pull the ball. He wouldn't even pull the ball down. He'd grab it and then just look at the rim and just flip it. He was just nervous. He'd get nervous with the ball because he just was. That's fair. He didn't go to college, so he was a year off of basketball. He was just training for the NBA. So that sort of, I guess, halted his growth a little bit, but now Mitch is comfortable. He'll go up with it if he has an open shot, or he'll kick it out. His kickouts have been great this season. Mitch has been balling out, and let's just look at a little more Mitchell Robinson things. Tom Thibodeau hyped him up and said, I think this year he's gone to another level. The growth has been great. He's critical to our team. His teammates have a great appreciation. The coaches, the organizations, for all the little things that he does to help the team succeed. We love Mitchell Robinson, man. He is so important to this team. I would never want to see anyone else be the center for this New York Knicks squad. I think he is the perfect guy. And he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Arguably the most underrated player in the NBA. Him or Derek White, I would say. And with that, I am going to say goodbye, guys, because I am completely losing my voice right now. I'm kind of sick, so my throat is killing me talking. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. And comment down below what you think. Is Julius Randle back in a rhythm, or is he just on a hot run right now, and then he's going to go back to being inefficient? Or is he just back? He's back in action, going to make an all-star team maybe. And should Mitchell Robinson be an all-star? And if he should be, what Knicks should he be an all-star over? Because I would say that the only one who should be an all-star over Mitch this season is Jalen Brunson. And if you're going to argue RJ Barrett, the only reason I do not say that is because Barrett has missed a good chunk of games between the knee and the migraine. Sorry. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you next time on Knicks Digest. Have a great day, and remember, go Knicks.